Hi everyone, this is Liz with 143 Handmade. Welcome, welcome. And I am working in my Happy Mail journal today with some Happy Mail bits. And I've received these off and on, for a while. I can't remember who all gave me everything. Just, if you ever send me Happy Mail, just know that I greatly appreciate it. And I'm just terrible with names and that kind of organization. So, just thought we would work on this today. You might hear a little funny noise in the background. The kitties are playing with their mousey. Just a little stuffed mouse. It has a bell in it. So, first of all, let's get our book right side up, right? That would help. So, here we go. Oh, I love this page. Let's see, I have these lovely random bits. And whatnot. And then I have this picture. This is actually, I was sorting through stuff and I was just like, oh, I gotta use that picture, This is out of an Alexander Pushkin book. I'm not exactly sure who she was to him, as I've since cut it out, but no, I'm gonna save that page. Let's see, I'm gonna put her on the tracing paper. Ooh, I do like that background through the page like that. The coloring book page. That looks gorgeous. So yeah, now we're just going to decide on placement. Where am I going to put it? I could go classic center, but I don't like that. So let's see, I think I'm going to go ahead and put her in top left and go from there. Oh, kitty climbing on the desk now, so be warned, it could get chaotic. So I'm going to bring my little tool caddy down so I don't have to reach so far for my stuffs. Oh, but before I get too much glue on there, I want to ink the edges. So, let's see, I have, this is the Ranger Archival ink. This is the permanent one, as opposed to an oxide. Now, see, I know a lot of people who just do this with their, they'll ink up a brush or something, and they just won't use the pad. And I really don't understand that, you guys. Like, I've had these pads forever, and I mean, yeah, it's starting to show a little wear, but like, who cares? It's your pad. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. I just don't get that one. Okay, so I think that looks great, and then, but I am going to take my purple. Well, let me find my purple brush. There's my brown brush and my black brush. There's my purple pinks. Dust off the hair. And then I'm going to use this purple. This is Smoky Plum from Close to My Heart. This is a very, very, very old ink pad, like 20 plus years, so I doubt that it's available anymore. But I really inked it up good, and then now see what I'm going to do is kind of go like that. I'm going to put my finger here so I know about where the bottom of that is. And I'm just going to kind of hue that part of the tissue paper. You might be able to hear my dog fussing in the background. Just let me, while I'm doing this inking, here, let me give you a little quick rundown of Tilly's day so far. Because that's Tilly who's fussing. She and I have gone on an almost mile-long hike this morning. Or walk. Not really hike, whatever. Hike, walk. Same kind of thing, right? And then we came in and we played in the yard. So long that all of her doggy sisters had already gone inside because they were tired and done, or were laying in the yard looking at her like she was crazy. And then we played some more. And then we came in and she played with my daughter in the house for a few. And then my daughter's dog finally got up out of his crate and they played for a few. And she had breakfast. So she is just being fussy. Yeah, I really like that. See how I just kind of softly, added that oval? And so yes, I keep interrupting myself. You know, I have been doing that since I started recording. I've left some of it in and deleted some of it. I'm gonna start just leaving all of that kind of thing in. I have a very chaotic mind. I move from one thing to the next with very little transition, because for me it's not a transition. Those things are happening simultaneously in my head. It is that classic, the way that they describe ADHD, you know, where you've got the 50 million computer tabs open all of the time. That is exactly what happens in my brain. So, you know, I was trying to filter that because I just have my whole life, right? And, you know, my channel has been growing steadily, and I thank you guys so much for that. And then I just got overwhelmed, and I kind of pulled back. I had to deal with some grief, and I didn't really want to share that. And especially because, you know, some people, you're okay, Tilly. You know, they get it that, you know, your pet becomes a member of the family, you know, on a very real level. And I honestly don't have a lot of human connection. And so my pets are, you know, my best friends. And so saying goodbye was very, very hard, and it was very personal, and I did not want to share the depth of it, simply because I know that not everybody sees animals, you know, as worthy of that. And I didn't want to, you know, deal with that. So I pulled back a little bit, but I'm, you know, in a better place with that. And what my Tilly is fussing about, actually, I just looked over my shoulder to double check, is the cat's playing with Mousy. She's ready to take her nap. So that means that everybody else in the house should be taking a nap too, right? That is, you know, 2-year-old puppy brain, right? She thinks that the world revolves around her, right? So, yeah, that's literally what she's fussing about. She wants to take her nap now, and they are playing in the room. And so she's very upset. Let's see, do I want to put this here or put this guy up here? I think I'm going to go ahead and put her... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put her up here. So, but yeah, I'm trying to just be more real and let my chaos show. And, you know, like I said, I spent the majority of my life being told, you know, be quiet and to stay in your lane, so to speak. And, you know, so I have tried to do that for the most part, you know, stay out of people's way and whatnot, but you know, this is my space. This is my channel to just be me. And so I'm going to do that. You know, I'm done trying to put on that, you know, professional facade or whatever. I'm not professional, y'all. I want to be a professional. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not yet. I am just me. The crazy lady who's been crafting her whole life, who doesn't know how to function at a real job. No, that's not true. I kept, you know, the couple of jobs that I did have before having kids, I had very well and all of that. I just, I have some pretty significant chronic pain now, and that's what gets in the way of me working at a job. Because, you know, jobs are funny. They actually want you to show up to work, you know, every time you're scheduled for it, not just when your body allows you to function as a human that day. You know, kind of demanding that way, aren't they? No. In case you didn't get it, I was being sarcastic there, and I'm not saying that to be condescending. I'm saying that because not everybody gets sarcasm. I totally get that jobs have to require you to be there, and that it's my body. It's not their fault that my body is broken and causes me the pain that it does. So, you know, it does complicate my life on a lot of levels that I can't work, and that, you know, living within my limits, so to speak, is tricky sometimes. I'll flip this page over so I can make sure I get that lined up because I can see it better from this side, being tracing paper and all. There we go. Shift it back up a little. I like that hand sewn look. Well, not hand sewn, but the you know, the look of the sewing machine bits, stitches. I mean, whatever. See, that's the kind of thing that happens that, like, I would have deleted out of a video, you know, a couple of weeks ago. But, you know, like I said, I'm just tired of that. I'm tired of editing. It almost felt like I was editing myself out of my videos to a certain degree, and it was just this presentation, you know, like a school report with no me left. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to stop doing that. And I am kooky. I am, like I said, distractible. I lose track of what I'm saying very easily. You know, that ADHD thing. You know, going to high school in the 90s, if you weren't diagnosed by high school, you pretty much didn't get diagnosed in high school. And my elementary school years, I was in a situation that was at the beginning of my, you know, elementary school years and whatnot. It was in a great situation. The school was awesome, the teachers were awesome, and all of that. But by the time I got to an age where they would have started to really look into that, because I had been labeled the daydreamer, and I had been labeled, you know, a lot of things by that point. But at the same time, I hadn't, like, got a diagnosis, you know, which is different than being labeled. And but by the time I reached that age of where in the 90s they would have started testing, you know, somewhere around the 3rd or 4th grade, my parents were breaking up. And so obviously they did not, you know, they were caught up in their own drama, so to speak. And so getting me tested for ADHD was not, you know, high on the priority list. So, and one of my older brothers was causing issue at the time. Just leave it at that. And so, like, it just, my life was pretty, and then my life got chaotic because my parents split, and just all of the crazy that goes along with that, right? Let's see. Yeah, we'll put that guy there. And yes, I'm using different glues. I'm using different, you know, like I stapled that one piece on. I'm gluing this piece on. I don't know why. It's just, I really don't. I can't explain those sort of things. There is no real reason to. I just don't worry about explanations like that. Like, I just don't. I just do it, like, because it was pretty, because I wanted to. That's all. So, I don't know. Why does it have to be more than that, right? Okay, let me read this to you. It says, now some would laugh it off and scold her for being silly. How very appropriate. So me might even ignore what was said. Mimi, maybe. No, me might even have ignored what was said, but this was a moment of MATI on it, a young child's life, time when, yeah, see, it doesn't even make sense, so that it will bloom into faith. Yeah, see, so, like, I'm not even sure this is, like, a whole something, but it's pretty. And so is this next bit. It's flowers. So we're going to take those. And let's see. No falling off the desk. Let's see what this one. Okay. So here we go. I just, what was I getting at? Oh yeah, the whole misdiagnosis thing, or not undiagnosed thing. So I don't have a lot of official diagnoses or anything like that, but honestly, like, who cares, right? Like, is anyone normal? I don't think so. Like, what is normal? I've never met anyone normal. I've met people that are closer to normal than others, but I've never actually met somebody that like I would say, oh yeah, that's a totally normal person. Like, because I genuinely don't even know what that would look like. Because everybody in my family is a little crazy. You know who you are. I know a few of you watch me. You know who you are. But, I have to admit that I'm probably one of the craziest in the bunch. So, on some levels, I live, as far as society goes, like, I live literally way out in the middle of nowhere. And with very little human contact. And that part of my life, I'm totally okay with. I mean, there are things I want to change. I mean, doesn't everybody have that, though? All I'm saying is that, there is... No, I don't want to cover up that cut edge. It's that, everybody's a little cray-cray, right? Everybody's a little crazy. And you just got to surround yourself with people that enjoy your particular brand of crazy. And help you embrace your crazy and celebrate your crazy as the fabulousness that it is, right? Let's see, I have all these other little bits. Do I want to bring this in? This is some old S&H green stamps. This was something from when my mom was a kid. Like, these are not hers. This was just something I found at a secondhand shop. But she used to tell me about these S&H stickers. She mentioned them before because she and I had talked about opening a business, and S&H was because it was the first initial of both of our last names. Was one of the things that was being considered. But it doesn't really feel right here. Let's see, what if I just put that there? Just this little bit of this right on top there. Like, for real, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a plan. I just wanted to play with paper and chat a little bit and tell y'all that I miss you and that I will get better at, recording again. We've been in transition because not only, did we have to say goodbye to my cat of 13 plus years, which, who was not in great condition there at the end. She had some health issues and cancer, and we had to do a fair amount to take care of her there at the end. But not only that, but my computer, my desktop computer, that I was using when I first started the channel broke. It like just quit on me months ago, and maybe even a year ago. And so I've been doing my entire channel, everything on my phone. I had to figure out how to edit on my phone. I had to figure out how to, just do everything on my phone. And but my husband awesomely just got a raise at work, and so we put that little bit of extra of them, right at first. He's putting that towards a computer for me, so I can go back to working on a desktop again. I'm sorry, there's lots of things happening off camera here that are very distracting. Love my kitties, but every once in a while they are a bit too much of a distraction. So I don't want to fill the page up too much and lose my entire background, but I actually think that I need a little something right here. Let me see. I have an envelope of photos that were also cut out from that same book. No. That might be the same woman, but she looks very dour in that other photo. No. What about this lady? Nope, doesn't quite take up enough space. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Alexander. Maybe with a little bit of tearing. That's a maybe. I like the full body one better than just the bust. So yeah, I'm betting that these are mostly pictures of Mr. Alexander Pushkin. Let's see if I put that right there. That's interesting. It's a maybe. Oh look, I have another oval. I try that instead. Oh, I actually do like the slow one better. I think it's the size more than the guy's face though, so let's see, this one's roughly that same size. I don't know, maybe. See, it's all just about, you know, choices. You do whatever you want, right? It's just about what you like. So, let's see. But yeah, so letting my crazy out for the world to see, essentially. So, because I really do believe that. I really do believe that everybody is crazy in their own unique way. None of us are normal. I don't believe normal exists. I think normal is fiction. It's an impossible fiction. Let's see. What if I just put her in there? Nope, see, I still feel like I need something right there. But the face is not working for me. Let me see. I need my flowers. I will be right back. Okay. So this is not all my flowers, but this is just a little selection of pretties that I like to keep close to my desk. Let's see, here's a doily-ish. But I think what I really want is some flowers. Ooh, what about that? Yeah, I think I like the idea of putting that on first and then putting the white butterfly as well. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And then I also have my artificial flowers. I'll be adding some too. So that's one of those things that, like, showing that flyaway, I felt like I had to apologize for that on camera to anyone that might have seen the fly. No, you know what? I live way out in the middle of nowhere, like for real, out in the middle of nowhere. And flies are just a part of life, and we do manage them. We have, you know, different things, but, you know, just every once in a while, bugs happen. No matter how clean you are, no matter, you know, no matter what. So, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And I like that these let that background of that coloring book page come through. But I think I also want, right up here, I think these are one of my favorite flowers that I got out of this grab bag. It was a grab bag of broken artificial flowers at the Goodwill. And so I got it for, I think it was like 50 cents, maybe $1. I mean, it was ridiculous how cheap I got it. And all I did was I just took them apart, you know. So these were, like, all of these were all part of a flower, you know. I think these were, this might have been its leaf. I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you, like, now. I mean, I know that those two went together. She can tell that. But, like, I'm not, like, I can't be sure. But, yeah, I think I want to put that one there. But I want more of that to show. So maybe just that. With just this little one on top. And maybe some greenery in the back. Let me grab some brad so I can start building this up on a brad. Let's see. I'm gonna go with silver. And just for funsies, I'm gonna go with a silver square one. Or yeah, because I don't have a silver one of those, so I'm gonna go with this. So yes, my kitty, that is Lady, who my regulars have seen her on camera. She's a big kitty, but she is throwing Mousy around quite happily at the moment. So, okay, well this one doesn't have like the hole in the center, but that doesn't mean I can't add that on in the corner. Yeah. Okay. So let me get all this other stuff out of my way. Let me decide for sure where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that off because all I really need is that center hole, and this is going to tell me how big it is because I don't want to cover her up. So I'm going to position it right there. I'm going to take my pencil and make a little mark that I can then take something pokey. In this case, I'm just going to use the sharp tip of my scissors because this is just tracing paper. I probably could use the brad itself, you know, and poked a little tiny hole. And now I'm going to assemble the flower. And see, okay, here's one of those things. I already poked the hole. I am pushing the stuff through, and I am going ahead and I'm going to let this be seen on this side of the sheet of paper for now. It may always stay exposed. I may cover it up. I'm not sure, but I have these staples exposed as well. I'm not that worried about it. I don't find that like terribly ugly. It's not super pretty, but you know, it's not. It doesn't bother me the way it would bother some people. I don't mind it. And so now what I'm going to do is use some of this heavier glue. I need to get out a new bottle. And I'm not going to make you guys wait for my glue to get to the end, but this is what it will look like after I get that glued, because I know I've already had you for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I genuinely cannot tell y'all how much I appreciate every single second that we spend together. It means the world to me. As somebody who does live, you know, a pretty secluded, out of norm life, you know, I really can't explain to you how much the comments mean and how much the time spent means. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you for crafting with me today.